in Santa Clara. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. You look at this Niner defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position. And right away, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. After all of the turnover woes that they had last week, another turnover on the first drive of the game.
And when you dive into the analytics of football, it's real simple. If you're down in turnover margin, you're not going to win very many football games. The best teams always rank in the upper part of the league in terms of turnover margin.
And last week's number for them was 5 turnovers. And as you saw, touchdown, 49ers! A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And into the end zone. Pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now Moody for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. The Hippocratic Oath. First, do no harm.
2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Hall. That is brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Back to the ground with Hall. Through the middle of the field. Breece Hall. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, he currently stands 2nd in the league in rushing, and runs like that are a big reason why. Heck, runs like that might get him to first.
And when you've got goals in front of you, if you're 2nd and you want to be first, that type of running gives you something to shoot for and hopefully attain.
Now it's Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are back within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. You talk about this Jets defense.
Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away their timing.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Paul want to give up the middle. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Down to about the 32. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Ayuk going to go in motion right. There's a fake on the Jets sweep, and now off play action, it's Purdy. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and they will move on by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Back to throw, Purdy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very... He's got a man complete! Big yardage that time for the Jets. 67 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, it's Wilson sliding out of the pocket. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Give to Hall running right. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Third down, here's Abanikanda. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Purdy looking to throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And boom, fighting through it, he's got space. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, New York.
Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Patterson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the gun on third down, Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Purdy will set up to throw it here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down. Throwing here, Purdy. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Hands it off out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Hodgins in motion. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Purdy. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's when he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their side.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. An extra point try now for Moody. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down. Wilson locates Hardman for another catch. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And quickly they get to the line. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Now it's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Nicole Hardman. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, 49ers. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Hey, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Wilson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Wilson going to change things up here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the 49ers will take over possession here up at the 44.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And that one complete to Hodgins. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Richardson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll run again with Richardson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Jake Moody on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we... And now here's another interception. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
Now Purdy. And this is caught. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 33 yards. And the 49ers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Jets 21. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. On the handoff, they start with Richardson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Paul again. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. And he will get in for the 2 points to get this back to a 3-score game. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And the 49er hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Purdy. He'll find Hodgins there, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Now a 2nd and 10. Purdy will look to throw again here. He finds his man, complete. It's Harper. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. And that will be incomplete. complete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds. And now off to the races down the right side. They tried to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 68 yards. One last shot for Wilson. Flush to his right. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score. That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point
Some
conversion.
sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for the Niners, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Jets, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.